Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Today we have on our show Lara Iacobucci with Tucson Action Team. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Yeah.
There's a rumor out there that you care a lot about dogs.
I do care a lot about dogs. I care a lot about dogs and our community. So
Yes. And they do go hand in hand.
yes.
I mean, you can tell a lot about a person just by the way they treat their animals.
Well, absolutely. The gateway to other crimes, if you're abusing an animal, is huge. And those aren't my studies. Those are like FBI studies. So.
Yeah. I know, and this is going totally off topic, but I've seen stuff from way back where like the serial killers will dissect, they'll catch animals, dogs, cats, hamsters, and dissect them and dismember them, do different things as they're practicing to become a serial killer, just kind of, stepping up their game, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. So we have a lot of animal abuse in Arizona, and it's not good for the animals, and it's not good for our community. So.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's also not good to have a bunch of dogs that are supposed to be, domesticated and have a home that they're running around, and sometimes they're running around in packs and different things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many layers of problems. There's, overbreeding. There's people can't afford care, can't afford spay neuter, can't afford food. So there's a lot of issues.
One. Yeah. We hear that from the Marana Food Bank that, they also have, or they take in contributions for dog food for people that, can't afford to feed their animals.
Right. So it's tough out there, but we're doing what we can, and we partner with a lot of other agencies to help people and their dogs.
Okay.
So they don't end up in the shelter.
Yeah. And you just had an event, but unfortunately it was rained out as an outdoor event, and we don't have any rain pretty much the whole first 9 months of the year.
Right.
And then you have your outdoor event and it decides to rain.
It's funny because everybody kept coming to me and saying, "Oh, it's going to rain." And I was like, "Shut your mouth. Stop saying that. You're putting it out in the universe." So about 7:00, I went up on stage with Chris O'Gorman, and he was like, "We've lost power." I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
And then here came the wind, and we just gathered everything up. But we have rescheduled for Thursday, October 23rd. So it's Pause for Cause Take 2.
Pause for Cause. And it's a dog dance party, right?
It is a dog dance party. So you can
fun.
bring your dog. We have a dog ice cream social, dog vendors, dog toys, and then, of course, Grant Kruger gives us drink specials for the humans.
Oh, nice.
Which I love.
Okay.
So, it was a good time until it wasn't.
Yeah, it's something that just out of your control.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping Take 2 will be a much bigger event.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
And Grant does a lot for the community. He's always open to help out.
He really does. Yes, I mean, everything was great about that night. The service was great. He had a ton of wait staff. I mean, the setup was great. The sound guy was great. Everything was perfect, except for the weather.
Right.
Come on, God, let's do it better next time. So, it was. But the first hour was a lot of fun. The first band even sang a song about the Tucson Action Team, and Chris even played it on his show.
I heard about that. Yeah,
it was a good time.
Yeah, almost a Weird Al Yankovic kind of parody song.
Yes, but cute.
Right.
Yeah. So not like Eat It or anything. It was actually kind of cute.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So did you, from the first experience, did you learn anything and say, well, even though it was canceled, we can do some stuff better or add something to it or take something away?
Actually, no. It ran like...
It just ran smooth up until it didn't.
Yes, it really did. Everything was smooth. The vendors got set up. The bands were ready to go. I mean, everything was perfect.
Okay.
So, I'm a list maker.
Yes,
so
am I.
Yes. We were talking about grocery lists.
Right.
I like to make a list. I have my degree from the U of A in organizational leadership. So that's like a degree in list making. So I made, all my lists and checked everything off. And I have a great group of volunteers. So the volunteers really stepped up. So it was a good time.
Very good.
So we're going to do it again.
Fantastic. October 23rd.
October 23rd.
All right.
10:23. Yep. Same place, same time, same everything.
Yeah?
But no rain.
Okay. All right. We'll keep the rain away for that day.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what else are you up to? So what does Tucson Action Team do on a daily or weekly basis?
So on a weekly, monthly basis, we are doing a little bit of everything. So we go into schools and educate, because if kids get bit by a dog, dogs end up in shelter. And that's what we don't want. We don't want any more dogs in shelter. I don't know if the public realizes how many dogs are at PAC, but they're at critical capacity for years. So
yeah. As long as I can remember.
Yeah. I mean, too many dogs. And that's not good for the dogs. I mean, they really are more prone to illness and things like that. So we go into schools and educate so kids don't get bit, because don't touch their food bowl while they're eating. I mean, I don't want my food touched while I'm eating, so don't touch the dogs. We spay and neuter. So we have usually 2 to 3 clinics every month where people drive up, check their dogs in, and we spay and neuter for just a low copay where they just pay for medications in a cone. We pay for the rest of the bill.
Wow.
And then, and it's quite expensive. For like 100 dogs, it's $15,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but if you would go to your regular vet, it's $400, $500, $600. And a lot of people don't have that kind of extra money just to spay and neuter their dogs. So we're doing that. We're advocating for better laws. So we're always holding all the powers that be accountable.
And you've talked a lot before about puppy mills or the pet stores in the mall.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're all doing bad stuff. Puppy mills. We're trying for a national bill where puppy mill dogs would be let out of their cage for 30 minutes a day. If you have to have a law that they have to be let out of their cage 30 minutes a day,
and
they're being treated badly.
That's nothing,
Right. So we're finding more and more people are doing a small version of puppy mills here in Tucson. Like they'll have a trailer and it'll be all stacked up with cages.
Oh, wow.
It's disgusting. Yeah. And then you have to remember, Ron, dogs are sicker than ever because they're overbred. So it's all not good.
Yeah.
And so these are things that we're trying to fight. We're trying to get a breeding law going. So we're educating, we're spay and neutering, we're advocating, we bother the sheriff quite a bit to, go to places because PAC can't take care of it on their own. They have 19 officers for 9,000 square miles. It's not easy to be in Ajo and then have to come back to Tucson for someone who has a dog off their leash.
Yeah, that's right. People don't realize that Ajo is part of Pima County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pima County is huge.
It is, yeah.
And so to have this many calls, I mean, they take thousands of calls.
Yeah.
Everything from the dog doesn't have water to the dog's off leash. But then that takes them away from the bigger abuse cases. So what we try to do is educate the community and say, hey, you know what? We noticed your dog doesn't have any water. Do you know that this is against the law?
Right.
And so we're just trying to make people aware of even how to report abuse, how to look for abuse, what to do if you see abuse. So we're doing something every day, but every day is different.
I bet.
It is.
And does the, if you're looking into abuse cases or breeding cases, does it go in with other animals too? Was like cats or if there's horses or anything, do you look at some of those cases? We
usually refer that to the appropriate. We try to work with other partners.
Okay.
So like if there's horses being abused, we'll go to a horse rescue.
Okay.
We really only deal with dogs. Okay. So when it comes to other animals, we, because Pima County just ended up, I think, with like hundreds of birds. You know, Pima County has to take care of every animal, horses and birds and things like that. So they had like hundreds of birds, and they were cleaning out rooms to put birds in them. So they're not just dealing with dogs and cats. They're dealing with all animals of Pima County. So they are overwhelmed.
So did they find like a house or a warehouse or something, and it just had this huge amount of birds that people were
abusing?
Wow.
Yeah. It's just it's all bizarre. You know, when you look at the state of the world, everything is just bizarre.
It is. It is. Yeah. I mean, us, going into people's houses.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's, society just hasn't, they're not the same anymore. You know, I mean, 20 years ago, you go into someone's house, and if it's a little bit messy, they're like, oh, I'm sorry that my house is messy.
Yeah.
And now we see a lot of houses that are, a lot of people wouldn't consider them livable.
Right.
Yeah.
I was way out in, I don't know where I was. Sometimes I'm places and I'm like, I have no idea where I am.
Yeah.
And there were tough sheds with air conditioning units in the windows on them. And these were people's houses.
Really?
And I'm like, this is so sad that this is the society we live in.
Right. There's no insulation or anything. Those little window ACs are just running, trying to maybe get it down to 90 degrees during the summer.
Yeah. But I'm like, this is how some people live. And I guess maybe it's better than living on the streets.
True.
It's really sad that we've gone from such a division of wealth.
Yeah.
Like, didn't they say that who's the trillionaire now? Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon, yeah.
He's a trillionaire.
Right.
I mean, come on. And then we have people.
That's unimaginable, yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I understand that that's the way the world works, but it's just, it's heartbreaking because these are our, friends and neighbors who are living in.
Yeah. I mean, most people are just trying to get by.
Right. And we have so many service people that report to us. Like, I have roofers that are like, I saw 3 dogs in a cage. I'm like, we're on the way,
Sure.
Put the little siren on top of my car and I'm headed over there.
Yeah, because people in the trades are on roofs all the time, and they can see into a backyard or a side yard or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And we didn't have to do anything sneaky.
Yeah.
You know? Because we don't do anything sneaky. But,
right.
We really count on people to report what they see.
Yeah.
And our big thing is see something, say something.
Yeah.
And then we try to guide you into calling PAC or calling the sheriff or, getting the right resources to let those people know, hey, that's against the law.
Yeah.
So.
I know there's a law, and I think it's a law that was enacted fairly recently, maybe 10 or 20 years ago, but about tying your dog down, right?
Tethering
dog, yeah.
Yeah, so it is illegal to tether your dog.
Yeah.
And we don't get a lot of that. They get a lot more of that in like Santa Cruz County, Cochise County, because a lot of people don't have fences, so that's how they keep their dogs contained in the backyard. So some of it isn't horrible, but we get a lot of no water, no food, no shelter. There's a whole population here in Pima County that just want outdoor dogs. They'll come to the shelter and say, I want an outdoor dog.
Okay.
And to me, that's weird. But, people want outdoor dogs. And but now there's a law that will go into effect on September 26th called Jerry's Law. And Jerry's Law requires food, shelter, water, medical. It used to be that a puddle could be water for your dog.
Really?
I know. It's twisted.
Yeah.
But now they have to have potable water.
Okay.
They have to medically take care of their dog.
Shade structure.
Some sort of shade.
Yeah.
So, but the problem is the laws are good, but it's enforcing the laws.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Sure. If you don't have the personnel to go out there and cover the area.
Right.
And enforce the law, then.
It's just like speeding in Tucson.
Or running red lights.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, I don't have to go 35 down Speedway anymore because I know there's no cops to pull me over, so I can go 40, 45 and not have to worry about it.
And I see red light runners every day.
Well, it's
crazy.
That's really scary because
it is.
I always wait a couple of seconds before going through a green light because I'm
look
like,
both ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where that never used to be the case. But I know there's going to be that one person who flies through the light.
Yeah.
It's different to speed a little bit because Speedway should not be 35 miles an hour.
Yeah. It's just so congested. That's why.
It's a 3-lane road.
Yeah.
Just move it along. Right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. We're getting out in the community and really teaching people. And, this nonprofit's only a year and a half old.
Okay.
And I was on the board of Friends of PAC for a long time.
Right. I remember that.
And I'm the District 1 appointee for animal care under Rex Scott. And so I was like, wow, we keep doing the same thing and the same thing and the same thing. And to me, that's the definition of insanity. So, and everybody's.
Right.
But I'm like, we need to do something different. And that's when the Tucson Action Team started as a Facebook page and then became a nonprofit January of 2024.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very
it was great.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick advertising break. Let's visit all of our sponsors, and we will be right back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturerockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we are back. Lara, we were talking earlier off air about food and customer service, and you were telling me about your grandparents, that they owned some hotels and some restaurants.
Yeah.
And you grew up in that life.
I did grow up in that life. I actually grew up at the Spanish Trail Hotel.
Wow.
So now it's a big pile of rubble,
yes.
But back in the 60s and 70s, it was the place to go because there was no...
It was a fancy place.
It was.
Yeah.
And my grandmother always had dinner shows. And so it was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of fun to grow up in that. And I think that's where my love of events and my love of customer service and my love of community service come from. Because they were big in the community and really cared about their employees and their customers.
Right.
Which is not necessarily the thing today.
Yeah, well, let's talk a little bit about customer service.
Sure.
And even you're telling me that that their waiters and their waitresses and their bartenders, they were employed there for a very long time. They were taken care of, and they made sure that the customers were taken care of.
Absolutely. And I think that's such a huge thing. If you take care of your employees, they'll take care of their customers. And actually, I was telling you that I used to work for Enterprise, and that's one of his founding values. You know, Enterprise is still a privately owned company, and that's one of the founders' values is, you know, take care of your employees, and they'll take care of your customers. So it's so true. You know, I mean, I've gone to some restaurants and I've said to the managers, and not complaining, but I'm like, your staff looks like they want to die. You know, I mean, what are you doing or not doing that makes them have this real sad look on their face? And I get it. It's work. And I've always told my stepson that it's, you know, it's work. It's not fun. It's work. But, you know, I think some of these places can be a little bit more enjoyable. So,
Sure.
Yeah. So I'm big about customer service. And it's funny because one of my best girlfriends, her dad used to be the food critic for the Tucson Citizen.
Ah, okay.
And so we always say we can go into a restaurant and tell if it's going to close within, you know, a few months.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I was just somewhere yesterday and I'm like, oh, that place already closed. I think it was like 6 months. And it's
wow.
Either the food's bad, the service is bad, or a combination of both.
Two, yeah.
Right. Or they're not marketing.
Yes.
You know?
I think a lot of little restaurants don't understand about networking and marketing.
It's huge.
They just think that if they open their doors, everyone's going to come to them.
Right.
But if no one knows that you exist, they're not going to come to you.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, I had a yoga studio that I used to go to. And this guy was the best yoga teacher and the worst businessman. I mean, you know, it's one thing to have a passion for something.
Yeah.
It's another thing to do all the things you need to do to run a successful business.
Or hire someone to do those things if you're not good at it.
Right.
You know,
just like I have a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
I'm not good with my numbers, so I hire a bookkeeper.
Right. I mean, if you're a chef and your thing is the food, then you make sure that you hire people to market and to do the front of the store and, you know, do all the things that you're not good at.
Right. And it's, you know, it's marketing, it's community involvement, it's all those things. And, you know, so many times it's treating your employees well.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is calling people back.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've called places and been like, okay, I have this much money to spend. Could someone call me back?
Yeah.
And no one calls me back.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
weird. It's weird.
It's weird. It's
Yeah.
a weird Tucson thing. And so I always tell people who are new here, I'm like, don't expect anyone to call you back. You're going to have to call several times to try to give people money. And if they call you back, hey, you're the winner. Not ever with Picture Rocks Heating and Cooling, of course, because they did my air conditioner and they were lovely.
Well,
but,
thank you.
so many other companies, like I'm trying to get countertops at my mom's house right now. And I mean, I don't know how many people, I've tried to reach out to and they don't call back.
Right.
And so I'm like, if it's that hard to find you, or if your voicemail box is full and you're running a business.
And there's no message on the voicemail. No. It's just like, please leave a message or whatever. And then it's full.
Yes.
And they don't answer their phone.
Oh, it's maddening. It really is.
Right.
It's like businesses do better.
Yeah.
Your cell phone, your website, those are all easy fixes.
It is. It is. It takes time and it takes some managing of it.
Yes.
Definitely.
It does. But I built the Tucson Action Team website. So if I can do it and I have no experience in website design.
And none of the dogs helped you?
No, they were terrible. They don't have any thumbs, so they're not good with the computer.
Okay.
Yeah. But really, truly, if you're a business out there and you want to, grow your business, go out in the community, join a chamber, market, do community events. I have a couple of vendors that were at the Pause for Cause, and they're hustlers. You've got to be a hustler, especially in today's market. So,
right. And people like to do business with people that they like.
Right.
So like you said, if you're out there at chamber events, if you're out there at a dog event or something like that, you have those same interests. And you form that connection.
Right.
And then as long as you answer your phone when they call and you go out and do the service that you're supposed to do, you're going to have customers.
And thank your customers.
Yeah.
I was telling you about Farmer's Dog. I mean, Farmer's Dog is probably the most expensive dog food out there. And it comes in a little box every month. But the first week that I got Farmer's Dog, they called me and I'm like, and normally I don't like a call, but all they called me for was to thank me for my business. I'm
wow.
Okay, we're done. We're locked in. So
right.
It's really, it's the little things, and we try to do that with my own nonprofit. Even though we're not a for-profit, we still make a profit because the profit goes back into the mission. But, we send thank you cards and I make phone calls and things like that because there's thousands of other nonprofits they could be giving their money to.
Yeah.
And, money's tight right now. And so I appreciate every dollar that we get.
Right. I remember when I first joined the Oro Valley Chamber, and Dave Perry was the president and CEO.
Yeah.
And when you would renew your membership, he would write a handwritten thank you note.
Yes.
And mail it to you.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge thing. And I belong to a few networking groups, and some of them I'm like, they're very thankful.
Sure.
And some of them, they're like, okay, your dues are due. It's like, well, I don't know if my dues are going to be due with you anymore because you're not very thankful of my dues, you know? And I always tell people, companies that thought they were once untouchable, like I watch these YouTube videos all the time that businesses went out of business, like Sears.
Yeah.
Remember Sears was the thing.
Yeah.
Then it kind of went downhill. Then it was kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
Then the employees weren't so great. And then, all of a sudden, Chapter 11, here we go.
Yeah, for a long time, Sears still could stand on customer service and their warranties on their tools and different things like that.
Yes.
But then that started falling back. And like you said, for whatever reason, their employees, maybe they just had too much turnover or they weren't getting paid enough or they weren't getting treated well enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Or a combination of all of it.
Yeah, a combination of all of it, yeah.
But yeah, I remember my grandparents' employees, the barber. I mean, we were friends with the bartender. My uncle was friends with the bartender until he died. So 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was more of a community, not just employees.
Of course. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Laura, thank you for coming in today.
Well, yeah, thank
that was fun.
you. It was fun.
We'll
the half an hour went so quick.
Yeah. All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturerockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
Welcome back to Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Our next guest is Manny Gomez. He's one of the coaches at Cholla High School. Welcome today.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, how you doing today?
Good. Getting ready for practice.
Right in the middle of a football season. And did you guys have a morning practice already, or?
Not quite, not yet.
Okay.
For the JV side of things, we're playing tomorrow instead of Thursday.
Oh, okay.
So we have walkthroughs today, and then obviously getting varsity ready for the Amphi game this coming Friday. So.
Ooh, Amphi.
Oh, yeah.
And how's Cholla doing this year?
Good.
Yeah.
So far we're 2-2.
Okay.
We beat the Yuma Criminals, and then we beat the Maryville which we're excited about beating Maryville. They have a whole new coaching staff this year, and they actually look pretty good.
Okay.
They have a running back that's very fast. He rushed for, I want to say, 480 yards and 5 touchdowns their first game.
Their first game?
Their first game, yeah.
Wow. They didn't even need anyone else out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was a good win for us,
Wow.
just especially how that team is looking.
Yeah.
We struggled against Combs, and we lost to Kofa last week.
Okay.
But we're looking to bounce back this week. So.
All right, fantastic. Are you guys an older team or a little bit
we're
younger?
A young team. We're a young team.
You're a young team, okay.
Yep. So that's the exciting thing about us and what we're looking for the future.
Right.
Most of our starters are juniors and sophomores.
Okay.
So as we develop and we grow this team, we're still going to have a lot of those guys come back next year.
Exactly.
So we're really excited, obviously, to finish out this year with our new coaching staff, but even more excited for next year when we develop and grow these guys how we do things.
Yeah. Take us a little bit through that. I mean, football is pretty much an all year, you're training and you're making sure that everyone's in shape and, just take us through a little bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So during the off season, a lot of people, they see us on the field on Fridays or even on the collegiate level on Saturdays.
Okay.
But what they don't realize is, during the winter time, the springtime, we're still training.
Yeah.
Especially with our younger guys. We're getting them in the weight room on a weightlifting program. Which we're very blessed to have a good one that we put together with some friends that we have at the collegiate level.
Oh, nice.
And then we're getting those guys built up and then also working on their speed.
Yeah.
But more important than all of that is their academics.
Yes.
Especially with Choya.
Yeah.
So we're making sure we're getting them that extra study time with their tutors. Their grades are staying where they're at. Because it would suck to get to that level physically, but be ineligible because of grades.
Yeah, exactly.
So, especially with our new head coach, Coach Youngling, he's doing a great job. I love that guy to death. He's instilling a new culture of we're going to do great on the field, yes, but on the classroom. So.
Right. And we have to realize that most of these young men aren't going to go off to college on a football scholarship. We're not going to see them playing on Saturdays.
Exactly.
So they need to get that education.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
One of my favorite quotes that Youngling says often is, he'll sit a kid down and be like, look, I'm going to teach you a life lesson here. And then he'll tell him whatever he needs to say.
Okay.
So, especially, with Youngling, he's looking to grow these people as individuals.
Right.
Especially, Choya High School. Again, we love the program to death, but it does take a little bit of extra care with the students that we have, and that's why we're there.
Okay.
So, yep.
Do you see a lot more students coming out for the football program? I know that probably about 10 years ago, it seemed like there was a real lull in participation. There wasn't a lot of parent participation. There wasn't a lot of kids coming out, to the actual football program.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, in the beginning of the season, at least when I got there, there was a lot of, I would say, hesitation and still that culture of being used to losing just from previous, coaching staffs.
Sure.
Choya High School hasn't won a conference title, I want to say, since like 2005.
Oh, okay.
So once we get the guys on the field and the guys are buying into the program with what Youngling has put into place,
right?
We have more kids buying in.
Sure.
So obviously already in the season, we can't take any more players at this point. But we do have a very large number of kids that are like, hey, next year I want to come out for football.
Nice.
So we're really looking forward to that. Again, it's a long-term play.
Yeah.
And especially the coaching staff we have now, we plan on being there for years to come.
Very good.
But it's definitely we definitely do see a lot more interest in the program, especially with what we're instilling and some other things that we have in store for next season.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I can just see that, you start building the excitement with the program. You start building that culture. The kids get excited. They tell their friends. You have, other kids that want to come out. They want to be part of something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep. And then we also, and again, we're very blessed to have the resources that we do. Personally, I know some guys that play for U of A, and I'll have those guys come out and they'll come teach the kids.
Oh, nice.
We have a private gym as well, myself and the running back at U of A. And a lot of those kids, we trained during the summer.
Okay.
And then it just happened where the cards fell to where that's where I went to go coach was at Choya, which was a lot of those same kids.
Ah, okay.
So being able to transition that from, hey, we worked on this all summer, to let's go see it on the field, has been very fun to watch. So
yeah, it's those repetitions.
Exactly.
You just have to keep practicing.
Exactly.
And if you're not running the routes right, or if you're not blocking correctly, it's just going to transition onto Friday night or Thursday night.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yep. It's we have our offensive coordinator. He tells the guys all the time is how you practice is how we're going to play. And if you don't show up to practice or you're goofing around or doing whatever, you're not going to play well.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in life. You know, if day to day you're not, being committed, you're not being focused, then your work is going to show. It's life.
Yeah, so. If you're showing up too late to work, or you're neglecting some of your duties or whatever, not calling people back or whatever. Oh yeah, it's just
you'll see it.
You'll see it. You'll see it. Yeah, it definitely transitions. So let's talk a little bit about nutrition. Yeah. Do you guys kind of try to help put together like a nutrition plan for the kids, so that I mean, when you're a young teenager, you can pretty much eat anything, and it doesn't really affect you as it does when you're older. But still, you can still instill those habits and say, hey, you're getting this clean energy, you're consuming this clean energy, you're gonna produce better. You're going to feel better.
Exactly. Yeah. It's something that I do talk to the kids a lot about. Mm-hmm. One kid in particular, his name is Victor Rojo. He's our safety and, cornerback and wide receiver. Okay. He's really bought into the nutrition program. Yeah. So the nutrition program, I took from a different collegiate Ohio State. I took it from Ohio State.
Okay.
And
I hear they have a pretty good program.
Oh yeah. just a little.
Right.
But and it breaks it down. This is your weight. This is where you're trying to get, and this is the stage of development that you're in. Mm-hmm. So you want to really balance out your proteins. Obviously, with your carbs, you need this for energy, but you need this to bulk.
Yeah.
With nutrition, it's
and you need some for recovery too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they think nutrition, they just think, well, there's a general diet. Well, that's just not the case.
Yeah.
It's what are you doing when you're eating that food? Are we in season and you need that energy stored up for Friday?
Sure.
Or are we in off season and we're in the bulking stage where we're putting on muscle and you need higher protein?
Okay.
So that's definitely something that we do share with our players as well. And again, they're teenagers. They're going to eat McDonald's.
Right. They are. Yeah.
But we do definitely try to at least give them the tools so that we can get that instilled again for the rebuild. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And those are tools that they can take for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
I mean, they're going to remember some of those things at least. I mean, they're not going to remember everything that you tell them or teach them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
With the students that we have with our gym, we have them keep a journal.
Oh,
and we say, hey, when we do this workout, we want you to write down what you ate that day.
Okay.
And then at the end of the workout, how did it feel when you worked out? And when they do that, we give them a visual of, well, hey, today, and be honest with yourself. Mm-hmm. You had McDonald's. You had a Shamrock Shake at the time was a thing.
Yeah.
And how did you practice?
Right.
Well, you didn't practice very well.
Yeah, you're sluggish.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're tired. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. Your fuel was dirty. That's what it was.
Okay.
You ate healthy today. You ran the fastest you ever ran. You didn't drop a ball.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Yeah. And just from you saying that, and it's true that your mental focus has a lot to do with your nutrition.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So when they're calling a play, or when you're like, hey, I need to make sure that I block this guy because he's going to get to my quarterback.
Yeah.
If you're cloudy,
exactly.
then you're going to miss that block, or you're not going to run the route that you're supposed to run.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to miss something. You're going to miss those details.
Exactly. Yep. It's how you feed yourself, take care of yourself, and how you work out your own body. It doesn't just affect you; it affects the guy next to you.
Yeah.
And at least with the JV guys, so with varsity, I'm a positions coach. With JV, I'm the head coach.
Okay.
And with the JV guys, we hold each other accountable.
Sure.
We're on the field at 3:30, ready to go.
Okay.
If someone's late, or if they mess up to a point to where it's something where you'd make everyone run for, I pull them to the front and say, okay, the rest of the team is going to do the conditioning, and you're going to make them condition. Right? And I had problems for first half week, and then never had problems again.
Okay.
So it works.
It does. It does work. Yeah. And I mean, football's such a team sport. And
exactly.
Like you said, you're depending on the guy next to you, especially if you're on the line. Everyone has to pull their weight,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. So definitely leaning on the guy next to you. And again, something we're going to refer to, I feel like throughout this whole conversation, refers back to life.
Yeah.
You know, when you're at work and, hey, I don't know how to fix that. Well, the guy next to you probably does.
Sure.
And, you know, you scratch his back, he'll scratch yours.
Yeah.
So you just take care of it.
If I've never done something before, you know, I run into a situation, I'm going to say, hey, Manny, how do you do this? You know, you've done that before.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to tell me how to do it, how to handle that situation.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
So, yeah. Bunch of life lessons in football.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yep. Just preparing the next generation is how I see it. So.
Right. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break, and we will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
This is an urgent message from the Daniel Gutierrez for Congress campaign. The CD7 special election's going on right now. If you haven't voted yet, now's the time to do it. If you think you're on the early voter list and you haven't received your ballot, it's time to take action. Head over to the Pima Votes website where you can find early voting sites and drop-off boxes. Pima Vote site also has map and listing of all the Election Day vote centers, which are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. September 23rd. This is going to be a tough election. Every vote counts. Make sure you're part of the change that needs to happen in Southern Arizona CD7. Make sure you vote and vote for Daniel Gutierrez, paid for by Gutierrez for U.S. Congress.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here. The kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or go to picturerockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love track because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
Track is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting Track, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we are back. We're talking with Coach Manny Gomez of Cholla High School football. Give us a little history of you, in the football world.
Yeah, so I'm from Wisconsin originally, Belleville, Wisconsin.
Yeah,
shout out for the 3 people that live there. But it was a really small school, though. Our high school had 4 hallways.
Oh,
graduating class was like 60.
Really?
But,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I will say though, Midwest football it's different.
Yeah.
The people in Wisconsin are bigger. Even small schools.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. So I was 4-year varsity starter there.
Okay.
We were we were decent, I would say.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun. From there, I went on to play collegiate ball. I went to University of Minnesota for a year.
Oh wow, cool. Who was your head coach there at Minnesota?
At the time, it was Jerry Kilwagon.
Oh, okay.
He ended up leaving because he kept having seizures.
Oh, wow.
Back in 2015, I want to say, or 16 was it? It's been a while now. He actually retired from football because he had a seizure during a bowl game. They had to take him away in the ambulance.
Man,
Now he's head coach at University of New Mexico. Or I'm sorry, New Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
Aggies.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So he's back into coaching, and thankfully he's doing well.
Good.
But yeah, that was a good time. I ended up getting in a car accident, so I just wasn't fast anymore like I was. I was a running back in those days.
Okay.
So after that, then I moved out to Tucson. My parents moved out here when I was in high school, so figured try something new.
Sure.
It's very hot here. I'm from the extreme cold.
That's true. That's true. Minnesota to Tucson. Yeah. That's pretty extreme.
So it's been fun though out here.
Yeah.
I always coached privately, high school kids, trying to get to the collegiate level, help them. This is how you talk to coaches. This is what you email them. Don't just copy and paste emails because you're going to forget a word or two. I've had kids do that, and they said, "Hey, Coach, whatever Schneider," and it's a Coach, Nugent, whatever.
So, right? Yeah.
So just teaching them that aspect of things, getting to the collegiate level. This past year, I made good friends with the University of Arizona running back, Ismail Mahdi.
Okay.
And we actually opened up a gym together called Next Level Performance.
Nice.
Which is on I-10 and Ruthroff. We
okay.
do private training there.
Yeah.
Which has been a lot of fun.
It's been fun to watch him. The last game, he just ran all over the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's a speed demon. For those that don't know, he was All-American. He led the FBS in all-purpose yards in 2023.
Right.
His list of awards is just nonstop.
Right, and came from Texas State.
Yep. Came from Texas State. Yep. He went to high school in Plano, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Which is a big motivator because Plano, I think it was Plano East, if I remember right. He didn't win a whole lot of games in high school. And we tell our kids that all the time, like, look, here's Coach Mahdi. Obviously, we call him Coach Mahdi.
Yeah.
He didn't have a whole lot of success in high school.
Yeah.
Look where he is now.
Right.
And he got there because he kept working hard. He didn't put his head down and cry like, hey, we're not winning any games. He just kept doing his thing.
Yeah.
And he did it well.
Yeah. Just keep doing your job.
Exactly.
And doing it well, like you said.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's been an excellent role model to a lot of our kids that we coach.
Man, that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So working with him has been great. So
okay. And you work with a couple of the other athletes there at a U of A?
Yep. So we had Rhino, who's the left tackle.
Okay.
And he'll tell you the same thing. He just says call him Rhino because I can never pronounce his name. It's like he's really cool. He comes out. He does car shows for us too as well.
Oh, wow.
Whenever I text him, he's always texting me back like, hey, what's up? What do you need? Kind of thing. So super cool guy.
Yeah.
Tristan Bounds, he was on the University of Michigan national championship team. He's another great guy, and it's been great watching him too on the field. He's number 71.
Okay.
No one can get past that guy. He's a mountain of a man. I think he's like 7 foot.
Oh wow.
When there's a picture in our shop of me and one of my mechanics that standing next to him, and I just look like a little kid.
Oh,
just like looking up at him.
Wow.
And then Braden Locke, the he's a second string quarterback at U of A now behind Noah.
Yeah.
He was a starting quarterback at University of Wisconsin last year. That kid, he has a great head on his shoulders.
Okay.
Very intelligent. He can read defenses like no other. And even just talking to him, you just, hey, what do you think about this? Or, how do you read this defensive scheme? Whatever.
Yeah.
He knows.
Okay.
if, once Noah moves on to the NFL, which he probably will.
Yeah.
And if Braden takes over that starting role in this next season, he's going to be killer.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yep. He's very well coached.
Yeah.
So.
And he already has experience being at Wisconsin, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He was at Wisconsin when Luke Fickell came over from Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
So Wisconsin as a team didn't have a great record, but keep in mind they lost a lot of players to the transfer portal. That became a thing.
Yeah.
Luke Fickell brought a whole different offense. Wisconsin naturally was always a run-heavy offense.
Okay.
When Luke Fickell got there, they switched it to an air raid. Personally, I don't agree with that. Wisconsin's very cold, so throwing the football in Wisconsin when it's cold, it just doesn't work. It's like throwing a rock.
Right. That football just gets hard, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me personally, I prefer run-heavy offenses in cold weather like that.
Yeah.
But he's a college coach. I'm not. So there's that.
But that's just the more conservative aspect of it. Right?
Oh,
I mean, if you have bad weather or really cold weather, then you want to be a little bit more conservative with the ball, and that way you can make your plays.
Yeah, you would think, but watching them play though, they still try to launch it down there. So. But again, it's he's at one level, I'm at another. So
okay,
yeah,
all right. So being from Wisconsin, what's the coldest weather you've ever been in?
Oh man, so. In Wisconsin, they would cancel school because of how cold it would get.
Oh, okay.
So I remember my senior year, they canceled school, not because it was snowing or anything, but because it was negative 30 degrees.
Ooh.
And I went to work that day.
Oh, wow.
I called my boss. I was like, hey, they canceled school. I used to hang windows in high school.
Okay.
My senior year. And I said, hey, they canceled school. He's like, well, it's negative 30. You know that, right? I'm like, hey, I need to make some money.
Negative 30.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. So I put my gloves on and 2 sweaters and a jacket.
Yeah.
And, trying to hold the nail and hammer in the windows. It was tough, but
that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Now, when you were growing up in Wisconsin, did you think people in Arizona were crazy when it's 115 degrees?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. When I first moved to Arizona and the first 100-degree day, I was like, this is not it. When I came down here, a lot of the people I worked with, they're like, oh, it's a dry heat. It's a lot different. It's not muggy. I'd take 90 and muggy any day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And again, maybe it's just because that's how I grew up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Arizona heat's no joke. It's no joke.
It's definitely something that you have to acclimate yourself to.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're going to be working outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
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 Yep. Getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning to go get, whatever you need to get done because by 3 it's too hot.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different culture and setup out here. But
it is.
Yeah.
It is. Well, Coach Manny, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure. Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yep, I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. We'll see you later this week.